Hello, first grade. This is our story for Monday, May 18. Sweetness from the flowers, a candle from the bees, for our hearts a story, light and peace. You can hear Willow and Ollie's dogs already shaking their collars, getting comfortable to hear the story. Once upon a time, not very long ago, and not very far away, lived Willow and Ollie and their family. Well, Willow had been busy playing inside with her bunny. And after a while, she noticed in her room that the sun was shining golden. And when she looked outside, the sun slanted gold like slices through the tree branches, and the leaves glistened. She wanted to go out there and be in the golden sunshine. So she grabbed her bunny and ran down the stairs. "Ollie," she called. But Ollie didn't answer. "Ollie!" But Ollie still didn't answer. Willow wondered where he could be. She ran into his room. She looked on his bed, in his closet, but he wasn't there. She just noticed that he had some books out. "Ollie!" But still no answer. So she decided to go outside to be with the golden sunshine. And out the back door she skipped. And there, next to the pine tree, was Ollie. He had a book open, and his nose was in it. He looked very intent and focused on what he was doing. "Oh, there you are," shouted Willow, skipping up to Ollie. Ollie brought his book away from his face and looked at Willow sternly. He put his finger up to his lips and said, "Shh!" Willow stopped in her tracks. "What?" she said. "I was just coming." "Shh!" said Ollie, this time moving his finger around his lips, rigorously telling her to be quiet. "Why do I have to be quiet?" whispered Willow. "Because this is a library," said Ollie. "No, shh," said Ollie again. "Yes, it is." And then he pointed down. "Ah, those were the books," thought Willow. She knew he was playing with books, because here was a pile of them sitting on the ground, some open, some closed, but all looked like Ollie was reading them, or that he was reading them. "Oh," said Willow, and she sat down next to Ollie, sort of carefully and slowly so that her body would be quiet too. "Can I look at some of your books?" she said. Ollie looked back up at her and nodded quietly. Yes. Though he didn't say yes, but his nod said yes. And then he returned his nose and eyes back into the book where he had left off. Willow looked at the first book. Oh, she said, this book is about sheep. Shh, said Ollie. I'm the librarian, he said, and you are being too loud. Oh, said Willow, and she went a little quieter. This book is about sheep. Yes, said Ollie, and he went back to his reading. Willow looked through a few pages at some lambs and sheep. Oh, how cute, she whispered. And once she went, oh, because a little lamb was extra cute by its mama sheep. Shh, said Ollie. And Willow went, oh, okay. Well, then she put that book down and she brought up another book. Oh, this one's about big ships. Oh, I know you like ships, Ollie. Ollie looked up at her and nodded yes again. And then she set that book aside and picked up another book nearby. This one had sharp edges on it. And she looked at the cover. Oh, this one's shaped like a shark tooth, she said. And she looked inside. It's because it's about sharks. Shh, said Ollie. You have to be quiet, said Ollie very quietly. I loved sharks, said Willow. And she looked through that book. There's this kind of shark and that kind of shark. Oh, there's so many sharks, she said as she turned the pages. Then she set that book aside, and underneath that book, oh, you must have planned this, Ollie, she said, because the sharks live by the beach, and now there's a shell book. Ollie looked up at her with a little smirk, as if to say, maybe. Oh, seashells are my favorite. They're my favorite. And she started to get louder. Shh, said Ollie. Do I have to tell you to leave the library? Said Ollie. Oh, no, said Willow. Can I please look at the shell book? Ollie nodded his head yes. She turned page after page, looking at all of the different shells. They were beautiful. Oh, she said. And then she lowered her voice. Sharks and ships go with shells. They're both in the ocean. Ollie nodded again, giving her a sharp glance. Oh, said Willow, I think I'm getting hungry. Let's go get a milkshake. Well, at that, Ollie brightened up. A milkshake, he said out loud. Shh, said Willow. You're in the library, she said. Oh, I forgot, said Ollie. Yes, let's go get a milkshake, said Ollie. Perfect. Oh, Willow, can you help me get some of the books, please? Okay, said Willow. So she grabbed a few, and Ollie grabbed a few, and this time they skipped off to the kitchen. Mother, Mama, can we please have a shake? Well, said their mother, I was just thinking of making one. I think that would be lovely, said Mother. Let's all have a shake. Yay, they yelled. Shh, said Willow. And Ollie said, Willow, we're not in the library anymore. See, we're at home, and we're going to have a shake. That's true, said Willow. Okay. So they enjoyed their shake. And maybe you can have one too. I think I'll perhaps have a smoothie. Stars, moon, sun. Now our story is done. May it rest in our hearts, and the light now shine from within.